crowned your WOR Season 10 champion.
And history's been made. Ballina, the first WOR PS4 champion. What a championship! What a season! Absolutely phenomenal!
Hello everybody, we just had our real life championship finale at Abu Dhabi and oh boy it was crazy to say the least, but we've got a championship decider at WOR Tier 2 for PC. Welcome to World Online Racing League and the final round of the season, and what a better place to do it. A circuit that's held many championship deciders in the past, 2008, where the famous Is That Glot moment happened. It is of course Brazilian Grand Prix in Interlagos, which was built in 1940 but didn't begin hosting a regular round of the F1 World Championship until 1973. My name is Jess and for the final time this season I will be your commentator, and we've got an interesting championship decider on our hands. It is between Primos and JC and the gap is only 4 points between them. So JC will need to outscore Primos by 5 points to win the title tonight. All Primos needs to do is outscore JC and he will win the title. It's as simple as that. Those are the championship permutations. No one else can do it. No one else is mathematically in the fight. But there could be some influence from teammates alike, which should make things very, very intriguing. Just like in real life as well. But I don't want to give too much away, just in case none of you have seen it already. But if you've seen what happened on Twitter, then you probably knew what's going on. But again, spoiler-free stream here at WOR, because I know some of you may want to watch the highlights on Channel 4. So, we'll go through the standings then before we head through into qualifying. Primos leads the way with 113 points. JC on 109. We've got Pritch on 62. We have got, I'm just trying to see, we got Jay on 38. Days Wombas on 35. Joshua Kazani on 33. Pezzo on 32. Perondi on 29. Neil on 26. Christian Sendo on 26. Kafafu on 25 as well as Mark. Drake Dempsey, who got his first win last time about in Abu Dhabi, and what a win it was. We didn't think he would actually get the win in Abu Dhabi, but he ended up doing so, and it was fantastic. Mr. Anchor, 23. Miss Estamena on 23 as well. Top Jack on 22. Dewey on 20. Morgan Ball on 19. And we got quite a few people in the standings as well. So without further ado, let's talking. It's time for the match, and who is ready for the finale of what is going to be an epic battle? It's going to be the Brazilian Grand Prix. So in 3, 2, 1. There we go then. So we've got 15 drivers here tonight. As you may have noticed, Primos is going racing under his old gamer tag tonight, QVR Cookie. So I believe it's the last time we'll be racing under this gamer tag. So he wants to make it a race to remember with that gamer tag at first hand. As Neon has found an interesting way to cut the corner there, which was quite interesting as well. Did you know that Michael Schumacher was the most successful driver at Interlagos, having won 4 times here, which is, I have to say is quite crazy. So let us take you through onboard a hot lap with WR Neon in the Red Bull. So let's get on the onboard mode. There we go. So you're going to be heading towards turn 1 and 2, which is the centre. This is going to be the main overtaking opportunities today. Squirt the throttle and shift up to 6th gear to turn 2, and then flat out through turn 3. You need to stay tight to the inside while avoiding the inside curb, clip the inside curb of here and going into turn 4, and now going up the hill into turn 5. Now it's effectively a kick to the left, and now he passes in Ferrada of turn 6. It's a thrilling uphill right-hander that is so satisfying when you nail it, as Leon has just backed out of his lap. So I'm going to see if anyone else is on a lap then. I don't think anyone is on board a lap, so we'll go through your order then for the proceedings so far with 12 minutes and 50 seconds to go. So Morgan Ball is currently leading the way with a 106.6. Cookie in second, 106.6. Now that is crucial. He's ahead of his championship rival, but we do know in Abu Dhabi things can get quite chaotic, as we saw 2 weeks ago, where there was a few nails in the coffin for some people, but it changed the result for quite many people indeed. Mr. Anker is on another lap on the medium compounder tyres. We've had a few stewards' inquiries from last week. So instant one was a 20-second penalty to Eduardo Gil for the collision that caused the DNF of WOR Josh, currently sitting in 15th at the moment. Primos had his 3-second time penalty removed, as well as Morgan Ball. So both of them had their 3-second penalty removed. A 10-second time penalty was awarded to WR Neon for moving late and causing damage to Primos, also known as QVR Cookie. As Neon has retired from the session, so I'm guessing he doesn't want to improve on his lap time. I wonder if Mr. Anker is going to go into the pit lane. No, he's going another lap. He's feeling very committed. He wants to make sure he has some softs left over. 107.7 for him. Not a bad lap time on the mediums. Just to get a feel for the track, because it's the last race of WOR for this year. MQ has been on the softs for 3 laps already. Now, these softs could last 60 laps in the race, and you don't really want to be starting on an old set during the race, which are older than 2 laps old. That means you're going to have to go for an early undercut, and you're probably forced to do a 2-stop, or you're forced to go onto the hard compounded tyres, which is not ideal, to say the least. Even though I've raced around here on the hard compounded tyres, I did that yesterday in a Brazilian Grand Prix. I did a 1-stop. Well, I did do a 1-stop before I got damaged. But it was quite reasonable that the hards were quite good on pace, and I quite enjoyed it. So yeah, anyway, got a few people on outlap. So whilst our championship contenders are on their outlaps, it gives me a great opportunity to talk to you about their results from this season. So Primos has had 3 wins so far. 1 of them came in the form of Silverstone, 1 of them in Portugal, and 1 of them in Imola. JC got a win. It was actually the first win of the season, well, first race of the season in Bahrain. Where is JC now? He's on a lap, actually. So let's go on board with him. And he also got a podium in Mexico and Portugal and Saudi Arabia. So altogether, he's got 4 podiums in total. Primos has got 3. If it was to end up in a tie, Primos would win the championship because he has secured more wins this season. So JC has got a tough task on his hands. But if anyone could do it, JC can. As he heads towards the final sector, heading towards Jungsao, a place where we saw Glock decide the title in 2008. Lewis Hamilton won his first title in Brazil. Jenson Button also won his first title in Brazil back in 2009, and his only title, actually. JC comes across the line, and it's only P3, but more crucially, he is ahead of his championship rival, Cookie. But JC will need to be a few positions ahead of Cookie in order to take the title to him tonight. So Cookie then heads towards Jungsao. Can he improve and find time on his championship rival? He's looking good so far. but he backs. Oh, he was almost going to back out of his lap there. But it's a 106.4. That is definitely what he needs. He's going to put himself on pole position in the championship spot that he definitely needs right now. So good result from him so far. Peso is currently sitting in P2 with Morgan Bull and JC currently setting the exact same lap time. And the rule is in Formula 1, whoever crosses the line first and sets that lap time, they will get a higher position. Just like in 1997. I wonder if we get a similar situation like that in the future. As I think Morgan Bull's come across the line again. And we won't see the same lap time as Morgan Bull comes across the line in P2. Who's next across the line? We got a Ferrari, I believe. That is Perondi. Yes, it is. He's currently sitting in P13 in the number 2 car. 107.1 for him. But he's invalidated on his in-lap. We do have a Alpine of Mku coming across the line. He's really got to help his teammate tonight to fruition. 106.7. P5. Only a tenth of JC. But enough to really influence the championship fight. Next across the line, I believe Cookie is going into the pits right now. And we got Mr. Anchor in P12. He's finally decided to go on to the soft compounder tyres. And what can he do? 106.917 slots himself into P7. So everyone will be coming into the pits soon for one final time. And then they'll be doing their final laps of season, this season in qualifying. And it will be the calm before the storm. And it gives me a great opportunity to talk you through the championship standings for the Constructors. And I'm going to see if I can try and get that up for you. Because that is still equally important. Hold on, just give me a second. There we go. So, Constructors. Alpine are leading the way on 155 points, an 8-point gap to AlphaTauri, 147. Red Bull in third with 105 points. In fourth place is Mercedes, 95 points. Fifth place is Ferrari, 86 points. Sixth place is Aston Martin, 78. Seventh is Williams with 55. 8 is McLaren on 35. 9th is Alfa Romeo on 32. And 10th is Haas on 26 points. So there we go. Those are your constructor standings. Obviously, I went through the driver's standings earlier on. Let us know in the comments and in the live chat who do you think is going to be getting pole position for the final race of the season. Will it be our championship leader, Cookie? Or will it be our championship rival, JC? And also, I would like your predictions on who you think is going to win the title. So many things can happen, and we will find out in about an hour's time who will be on the top step and will be getting a trophy delivered to them. Peso comes across the line to finish, I believe, will be his penultimate lap, unless he dives it into the pits. This is good for him. 106.5. P3. He is purple in the final sector. So I wonder what time he would have wanted to find in sectors 1 and 2. I nearly said sector 3 there. So we've got more people starting to come on their outlaps now. Now look at the traffic we're seeing in turn 5. I think we've seen that a bit of an issue in Abu Dhabi recently as well, where we saw quite a few issues in terms of people trying to make a gentleman's agreement out of battles. But you've got to try and get in your lap somehow. And Josh is deciding to leave it as early as he can. And we've seen in some races where the banker laps are the most effective. In boosting your confidence going into the race. But some people would prefer to do kind of like a one-shot, to be under pressure. WOR Josh is one of them. He wants to get, I think, maybe 1 or 2 laps. Now, we don't know what the weather is going to be like in the race. No idea at all. So, we are pretty much in the dark as some of the drivers are. Perondi, where is he? He's currently sitting in 10th at the moment. He's just started his lap. I think someone may be backed out of his lap. We do have some yellow flags as well. Or just people moving out of the way. But they've got 2 minutes. Plenty of time. But I know some people want to get the competence nice and early. JC has got a final set to negotiate very, very soon. Josh is currently sitting in P10 in the standings. Currently sitting on 33 points. Jung Sao he goes. Clips that curb. I don't think it was an invalidation. No, it wasn't. So, he's going to finish his lap then. Can he get higher than Cookie at 106.4? I think he backs off because he wants to go again. Or was he not happy with his lap? Or did someone compromise his lap in any way? Well, only time will tell. 2 minutes on the clock. We got a Haas driver about to start his final lap. That is Mark 313. Currently sitting in P9 as he heads towards turn 1. Mark got 25 points this season. His best result came in Portugal. It was a brilliant result for him, but he has invalidated his lap, so he's probably going to have time for one more run. Eduardo heads towards center S's. Now, center S's is quite common to invalidate. I have done it quite a few times in practice for the leagues, and sometimes I back out of the center S's because I'm scared I'm just either going to crash out or invalidate. But these drivers know how to push cars. They could just push to the absolute limit and find a few tenths, and even the smallest mistakes could make a huge difference. Now, some of these drivers have qualified for the challenges for next year, so Cookie is one of them actually. Big congratulations. So, if he wins Tier 2 tonight, this will help him really kick off his esports journey when he competes against the best of the best in January. I believe it starts beginning of January. Not long before my birthday, actually. So, after Christmas, the drivers are going to be sweating for challenges. So, Cookie then heads towards turn 1, 106.4. Now, I wonder if he's going to... He's going on a scrub set, so I wonder if it's going to rain in the race. We will have to wait and see, but we've got a few people coming across the line. MQ is one of them. Can he improve? Nope, he does not. We got an AlphaTauri of JC. He was very close to Cookie there at 106.477. Set exactly the same time as this man, Morgan Bull, but he spins it. He buckles under pressure, and that is not good. There is a yellow flag in sector 3, which means Josh will have to avoid that. Hopefully he'll get cleared by the time some people are doing their lap. Some people might have to abort it. Morgan was not happy with that whatsoever. He's going to say P3. And Mark, that lap time came from nowhere. Kai sitting in P2. Brilliant stuff. I did say he'll do well. And that was a massive flip from Eduardo Gil. Probably the biggest flip I've seen on the game. Christian Sendel comes across the line. He does not improve. What about JC's teammate Jay? He goes into the pit lane. What about Cookie? Is he going to improve? No, he does not. He has invalidated, but it doesn't really matter. The only driver that could possibly improve could be Peso. But unfortunately, Peso has invalidated too. So he's going to dive it in to the pits. JC is not improving. Brighter? Is Brighter improving? Oh, wait a minute. Brighter, there we go, not Brighter. What are you on about? He goes into the pits then. So, that is the end of qualifying then. So it is QBR Cookie that is on pole position for the final round of the season. Mark 313 in second. And Mark setting exactly the same lap time as Cookie. The top two setting the same lap time, and the third and fourth setting the same lap time. They mean business, and they're only separated by 4/5 thousandths of a second. This potentially could go down to the wire, folks, and I hope you are excited for this championship finale as much as I am. So, Cookie is going to be starting on pole with Mark in second, JC in third, Morgan Ball in fourth, Peso in fifth, Perondi in sixth, MQ in seventh, Mr. Anchor in eighth, Sergio Sabrino in ninth, and Biter in 10th. They will be starting on the softs if it's drying up, of course. Jay Fahaha in 11th, Christian Sendel 12th, Eduardo Gil 13th, Josh 14th, and Neon is in 15th. So there we go. That is then your qualifying over. And 36 laps await our drivers for the race. Now, the strategy is either going to be soft to medium or medium to soft. The softs can go up to lap 16 before they pit onto the mediums for 19-20 laps. But knowing these drivers, like Canada and like some other tracks, they can push those tyres to the limit and make it last longer than intended. So the strategist has got to be on their A game if they have a Jeff in the party, of course. Massive shout out to everybody that has joined for this epic championship battle. And we will be having interviews with the championship winner at the end of the stream as well, just to get their raw reactions after the stream. But we have to get there first. We've got a race to unfold, and no one can make a mistake. If either Cookie or JC make a mistake here tonight, then they're done for. And it's really going to be pressure for their teammates as well to really help their championship contenders get as high up the grid as possible and stop their main rivals from getting the championship crown. So we are about to go on to our formation lap as I get the spectator menu up and the tyres sorted. So we have got, obviously the top 10 will be starting on the soft compounder tyres. We have got Jay Bahahut. He is on the mediums, as well as Christian Sendel, Eduardo Gil, Josh and Neon. So the ones on the mediums, they're thinking they're going to be having a very long sit, and they're going to hope for a long period. They don't want any safety cars. Josh actually is on the softs. I was not paying attention there. So Josh, I have a feeling, wants to go very, very aggressive, and I don't blame him. If he gets behind Brighter and is in 11th, let's say, that'll be a good result for him, that one. But if he doesn't get past those medium runners, then he's probably messed up the strategy. Championship permutations. JC will need to outscore Cookie by 5 points to take home the championship trophy. All Cookie needs to do is outscore JC and Cookie wins the title. We will keep you up to date with the championship permutations as the race goes on. So make sure you stay tuned. It's the final race at WOR Tier 2. And believe me, it's gonna be absolutely epic. As we're just waiting for a few of the drivers to make their way onto the grid. Nice sunny day with our championship finale, that is good. As I just take a sip of water before we start, because it's going to be a long one. All the drivers then have made their way on to the grid. And we are about to get started. We got 3 lights 4 lights, 5 lights. Who's going to get the better getaway for the championship finale? And it's lights out and away we go. And it's Cookie that has a good start for Ma. JC's dropped back a little bit, but it's MK that's trying to make the move stick as well. A few people dropping off a little bit, but it's Cookie that's pulling away and has had a tremendous start. Mark 2 is trying to fend off from JC. Morgan Ball trying to get around the inside of MK for P4, but MK tries to get the switch back, heading into turn 4. Can he make it move stick? Has a little bit of squirmy going through turn 4 there. Losing a bit of traction for some of these drivers as well. Peso has dropped down to 7th place, not the start he would have wanted. In the McLaren, Sabrina in the Red Bulls had a really good start, up into 8th place already. He's trying to get past Peso, who is struggling at the moment. Brighter has dropped down into 11th place. What about the soft runner of Josh? Not the best start for him. He would have wanted even higher hopes. JC as well did look like Jay Verhaar, sorry, the other Jay was seeing him looking to try and get past Brighter, but he couldn't. Brighter, as his Waldo Gill is out of the session, he's binned it just before Jung Sao, and we could have an early safety car, but it will be too early to pit. But the car was cleared nice and early, so there is no need for a safety car. Cookie has already made sure that Mark does not get into the DRS range, but Mark is pulling back. He is not giving up. Mark wants to get his first win of the season. But Cookie knows that he just needs to outscore JC. That's it. He doesn't need a win. Mr. Anker has also had a good start as well. He's up into P5. He just made the move into turn 6 and got past MQ. His soft pace is looking phenomenal right now. And don't forget, these laps could fly by very quickly. And the curves could be deadly. So they've got to make sure that they take the advantage when going for moves. And this is going to be a huge DRS train, I have to say, between all of these guys. I think there's only a few people at the back that may gain a little bit of a disadvantage, but you never know. So here comes, I think, DRS activation point is now. So will Mark get into DRS detection before, just after the center exit? I don't think so. I don't think so. So that is trouble then for Mark. But that is good news for JC, who wants to get past ASAP. The closest I would say to DRS is Josh, who is on the soft compound tyres. He is angry, he is furious that he can't get past the medium runners. He got past one, who's retired. He got past one, Christian Sendel, who's dropped down to 14. I wonder if he's picked some front wing damage somewhere along the line. But Josh has got a lot of work to do, but never say never. Anything can happen in Formula 1 as they head past turn 11, heading towards turn 12 and into 13 and 14 of Jung Sao. Josh trying to get the move done. This is crucial for him to gain as many positions as he possibly can, and he does it. JC got the move done on Mark. He had the DRS, Mark didn't. So JC is up to P2, and now his job is to challenge his championship rival. That is QVR Cookie, but the gap is 1.6. Can JC close up? Don't forget, Cookie was faster in qualifying, but has he compromised on race pace? Well, we only will find out later on. Morgan Ball has got within about 2 tenths of Mark now, so I wonder if Mark is struggling on his soft tyres, or maybe he has had a setup maybe more tailored to qualifying, more than Morgan Ball. Look at Morgan Ball's speed in the corners. Well, obviously, you can't overtake here, except maybe if you're heading towards turn 10 and 11. So what is Morgan Ball is going to do? He's got the DRS. I think Mark's got DRS as well on JC, so that will counteract anything, but Morgan Ball has probably got the setup that he needs at the moment, so this could be advantage Morgan, but you never know with that DRS train as JC sets the fastest lap of the race. So JC could be winning with a second as the detection point comes up, so it's not over for JC yet. And also penalties. can come into fruition as well. Morgan Bull can't get past Mark 313, but MQ has got past Pezza into turn 4. And what a nice move it was as well. P6 for him. Yellow flag. That is Neon out of the race. He lost it in... Where is it? He lost in turn 5. He lost it. And we do have a safety car. A bit earlier than intended. Now, what would I do? What would the drivers do? Will they be forced to go on a 2-stop? Or will they be going onto the hards earlier, but knowing they could have been in puncher territory? A very hard decision. Probably the ones on the mediums would stay out because they would probably think that there would be another safety car. So Cookie comes in. JC had to follow his championship rival because it is a free pit stop. You lose about 5-10 seconds less in a pit stop during the safety car. So everyone's coming in. We'll see what tyres everyone's going on to. JC on the mediums. So I believe JC is committing to the 2-stop. Cookie also committing to the 2-stop. Mark, Morgan, Anchor, MQ, Pezzo, Sabrino, Perondi, Beta and Jay all on the hard. So we're all on different strategies. And like I thought, Christian Sendel and Josh have decided to stay out. Will that decision pay off? Would they get another safety car which will help them bring them back into play? And now it's the opportunity for the drivers to warm their tyres up. And it is not the Aston Martin safety car that we all know and love at the moment. It is the Mercedes safety car. And Christian Sendel, I think, has led safety cars quite a few times before, so he is used to it at the moment. So, Cookie knows he's got some people in front of him that haven't pitted yet. If he does not get past them, JC will be thinking like, oh, I could use the opportunity to overtake. So this could throw the door wide open. The championship is still not over yet. And we do see Sabrino pitting for the hards again. I know why he's pitting for the hards again. He does have front wing damage. Oh no, he's pitting for mediums. But the mediums won't get to the end, so he will be potentially going on softs. I have seen more people go for the soft compounded tyres towards the end. And some people I know in the race I raced in last night went for the 2-stop, and for some of them it was faster. Well, to be honest, we were forced to do the 2-stop because of a late safety car. But anyway, we are waiting for Sabrino to catch up to the pack. Everyone else has caught up, but it's not going to be long now. So we could see the safety car come in this lap or no in the game. It will probably be for one more lap. So we'll see then, is the safety car light on as we go on board? Safety car light is on. I think usually it comes in near the top of the hill, which it is. Safety car is in this lap, so Christian Sendel is your safety car then. 5 tenths behind is Josh. 7 tenths behind is Cookie. It is all to play for, and we're only on lap 7. So much action still to unfold, and we still don't know who is going to be crowned the WOR PC Tier 2 champion. Make sure that you stay tuned for the rest of the stream then. Christian Sendel is leaving it down to the wire then, to the start-finish line, and it's go, go, go. Everyone else has been caught napping. Josh is it anyway. Cookie's right on the back of this, and I did say Cookie's got to get the move done now. He almost went squirmy on exit, but this is absolutely key because there's no DRS. He's going to use his overtake. Can he go for the left-hand side lunge into turn 4? Nope, he cannot. But there's one person that's going to try for the lunge into 4 and through 5. It is JC. Does he get the move done? Yes, he can. That is one move that he definitely wanted to do. And don't forget, if he outscores Cookie by 5 points, does JC, he will be your WRPC Tier 2 champion. So he's got to pass 2 cars, and he will be in the driving seat for the Tier 2 title. Did we say that we've got many things in the story still to come? Well, we have, ladies and gentlemen. It's still unwritten, and it's still great opportunities. The hard tyres, well, they're staying behind the medium runners for now, but when the mediums start to go off, around about lap 23 or so, this could be their chance. Cookie and Josh, it's going to be 3 abreast. Someone has got to back out. Unfortunately, we haven't got the best camera as JC is staying up into P2. But Cookie eventually gets P3. And it's crucial now that Cookie stays within DRS of JC on the next lap, because that was when DRS will be enabled. Josh has dropped down to sip. His soft tyres are really starting to fall off. Now, if you're on a HAD, it could be more of an issue in terms of tyre wear, as I found out with jepping someone yesterday, as Morgan Bull gets past WR Josh and is up into P7. So, let us get your... Oh, as Josh has lost a bit of ground there. Let us get position changes then. No, let's not get position changes as Marcus dropped a little bit of places. Has he got end plate damage? Has he got front wing damage? Or is he just struggling for grip? Or is he struggling for pace? What has happened to the pace that we saw in qualifying? Maybe the safety car restart has not helped him in any way. DRS is enabled then, which means JC and Cookie have both got to get past Christian Sendel. Josh, his day has gone from bad to worse. He's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and he is unfortunately retired from the race. Jay Vahahe versus Sobrano. There we go. JC got the move done on Christian Sendel quite nicely, but it's now Cookie's turn. But Cookie's going to find it a little bit more difficult, and he may have to wait one more lap to do so. Can he do it? And all of this is allow JC to increase the gap ever so slightly to his main championship rival. I did say a few people on this grid, would influence the championship. Christian Sendel is one of them. Will he be staying on longer than intended to try and help JC out? Or will he be going into the pits anyway on lap 20 for the soft compounded tyres? You can see Cookie's tyres are a lot better, so Cookie is going to make sure that he could get past Christian. Now, Christian does have the DRS from JC. That should cancel each other out, but Cookie, what can he do? So he's going to go right. Does not work, but he may be forced to go left into turn 4. Past turn 3 now and in from the centre S's. And I have to say, Christian Sendel is doing a brilliant job with defending today. And we haven't seen any moves actually into turn 5 before, but you never know. Maybe into turn 6 or 7? No. And you can see Cookie tucked in all the back of the gearbox there. Mr. Anchor as well in 4th. He is tucked in behind as well. He can influence Mku, Morgan, Perondi. They're still in that DRS train. The top 12 are all within that DRS train. The only one that does not have DRS is JC out in front. But to be honest, it doesn't matter because everyone else behind him has DRS. And they just can't get past. Cookie is the one that's losing out because he can lose DRS. So he's going to try and get the move done now. To the right then. Again, Christian Sendel defends. To the left. He is positioning the car perfectly for defending. But Cookie has got the DRS and overtake to perfection. Christian's got to defend to the left. Can Cookie do the switchback? To the right. He holds on to the outside. And Cookie is into P2. Well, I think it's inside, but there we go. But Cookie's into P2. Christian Sendel has lost it past turn 4, so I wonder if there's any contact or if he just lost it by himself. So he's not going to get any points, but obviously he's on WOR tyres. So our 2 championship contenders are in the front. So, a quick reminder of how points are scored in WOR, just so none of you get confused. So, 25 points for the race win, 18 points for second. 25 minus 18 equals 6. Plus 1 for fastest lap. If Cookie gets it, that could drop the gap down to 5. So, JC, I think no matter what happens, would win the title. So Cookie has got to get past JC ASAP. But he's finding it a bit of trouble at the moment, but the camera has decided not to show the best camera at the moment, but Cookie is your race leader. I did say that he got to get the move done on JC, but he can. JC is now going to be the prancing horse. It is not over yet. These two are doing a remarkable job. This is what we want to see between our two championship contenders. 2 of them have been amazing all season. Both of them have only been out of the points once. Apart from that, every single driver in the top 2 has visited the points in nearly every single race. JC DNF'd in Imola. But that has not stopped him with his championship fight. He has driven a champion's drive so far. And he's got the DRS advantage on Cookie. He could have gone to the left there, but the dirty air is not helping him in the slightest. Attempt 2 now past the centre. Into turn 4 they go. JC has got the ERS advantage as well, but Cookie closes the door. That was nicely planted by Cookie there in P1, also known as Primos Mikhailov. I'm rubbish at pronouncing the last name. Now, at the end of the stream, if he wins the title, I'm going to ask him, how do you pronounce your last name? But Cookie, the winner of Tier 2, could be going on to Tier 1 next season. And sign-ups for next season, Season 12, well, you have to wait for a bit to find out what is happening with that. So, JC in second position. Mr. Anchor on for podium at the moment. He could get past JC. He's having a really good run. So this could be 3 abreast, but they could be cancelling each other out. We don't know. This is a great championship fight in the making. Where is Mr. Anchor in the championship? Mr. Anchor is currently sitting, where is he? I can't see him in the standings. I might have forgot to add him. No, he's on 23 points at the moment. So he could jump up a lot if he gets a podium today. Because third place, I believe, gets 15 points. So Mr. Anchor is took up the bat as JC gets the lead now on Cookie. So the lead has changed once again. So it's now JC that is the man who would win the title as it stands. My, oh my, this is epic. I'm loving covering this championship fight, and I'm sure you will too. So we've got a 2 tenths difference once more on JC and Cookie. So this could be a ding-dong battle which will go through lap after lap after lap. To the inside he goes then. Cookie, he is determined, he wants to go for it. But has he made a mistake? Because what JC does have, that Cookie does not have, is DRS. And he's got a slingshot past Cookie into turn 4. But can people cover off? And Mr. Anchor, all of a sudden, you saw Mr. Anchor going for the move there behind as well. Cookie has not lost 1 position out of all of that, but 2. This is dangerous territory. If you are QVR Cookie, he would lose the championship by 10 points. Don't forget, it was a 4-point gap going into this championship finale. He does not want it to swing the other way. JC is doing what he needs to do right now. He has got a 2-point gap. 2 positions gap at the moment, I mean. Mr. Anchor has gained 6 places. MQ's gained 2. Is Mr. MQ looking to go for a move as well? These midfield drivers are just not budging at all. And I have to say, there's only 3 drivers who got a penalty so far. There may be stock go penalties. That is, I think, Perondi, Sabrino and Brighter, as Mark gets past Sabrino and he's up into P8. So Mark then trying to do all he can to close in on the McLaren drive, because don't forget, it's all about that midfield battle as well. I'm interested to see if your predictions have changed in any way. To be honest, mine has gone all over the place at the moment, because I do not know what's going to happen. And I think it is Cookie that has the most to lose in this situation. He is under huge pressure. He's got Morgan Ball behind him as well. And he's got MQ, so he wasn't expecting Mr. Anchor to play a part in his championship battle. But Mr. Anchor is fighting like his life depends on it, which is great to see. I love the fighting spirit that Mr. Anchor is showing at the moment. But Cookie just can't seem to find a way to get past. This is a very close grid between the top 9. Christian Sendel dropping off a little bit, don't forget, due to his spin earlier in turn 4, as he was trying to defend from Cookie. And I would like you to tell me, who do you think is the driver of the season? Who has been the one that has impressed you the most? Cookie. This could be attempt 3 to try and get past Mr. Anchor. Will this pass the test for him? He's got to take the shortest run to the line. He knows that Mr. Anchor is harvesting right now, which could be good news to Cookie's ears. He nearly touched the back of Mr. Anchor, but no harm done at the moment. JC's probably loving the battle that is happening at the moment. And in about 4 laps time, we may think the 2 stop runners could be on for going on to the soft compounder tyres. You never know. So Cookie, Morgan Ball, MQ, they're having a fight. Mr. Anchor, he probably is happy where he is, but he knows that he's still got a race win to fight for as well. He hasn't won at all this season. He's been flying under the radar, but he's just not close enough to JC. Cookie, is he close enough to Anchor? Mr. Anchor is harvesting again. Cookie has got plenty of ERS. 75% belongs to Cookie. Mr. Anchor, only 10. Cookie has got to use his overtake now, but he decided not to. Again, he's not close enough. He's just not getting his mediums to the right operating window for his liking to get past. And he's probably going to complain about the dirty air that he's been facing in his Alpine car, where in real life, the Alpine car had L Plan on the back. I wonder if Cookie has wished that they would have put that into the game, ready for his race tonight. Maybe that's something that they could put in the latest update, but it would be too late, I have to say. So, here we go then. We're going to about to start lap 21 of 36. And we can see Mr. Anchor then. He's finally going for the move on JC. There he goes. This is crucial for the championship. This could decide everything. Don't forget, second place scores 18 points. Third, 15. That means JC will outscore by 3 points. But JC is going to make sure he gets the race lead back from Mr. Anchor. They're still going side by side into turn 5. Into turn 6. This is really incredible stuff. They're leaving as much space as they possibly can. But Mr. Anchor defended the turn 7 and keeps the race lead. What a man is Mr. Anchor. He is driven absolutely incredible today. He doesn't care that there is a championship fight on his hands. He's wanting to win the race on track. Even though he knows that the race will be overshadowed, but it does not matter. He knows that what he does can influence the championship. And don't forget, there is still the point for fastest lap. JC has got to outscore Cookie by 5 points. Cookie is boxed. Cookie has boxed. Is it too little too late for Cookie? Or is he triggering the AlphaTauri pit crew to do something about it? Because Cookie could have a strategy masterclass or a disaster class. So soft tyres he goes. He's in last at the moment. Will JC think about staying out? But he knows that those mediums are not going to get to the end. But JC has overtaken Mr. Anchor and is your race leader. Which is a crucial moment because he knows he's got to have some clear air in front of him as well. My oh my, this is insane in terms of strategy. But I wonder if Mr. Anchor would want some clear air as well. Don't forget, Mr. Anchor's tyres could get to the end because Mr. Anchor is on the hards, which is more durable than the medium compounded tyre. So what does JC do? Does JC dive it into the pits? Nope, he stays out. He stays out then. So we got Pondy into the pits as well, who could be going on the softs. Free and best then at the moment. They made contact a little bit as Morgan Ball and Mr. Anchor. That's not going to stop JC. JC has dropped a few positions. And with Pondy out of the race, he probably retired in the pit lane. Yes, he did retire in the pit lane. But Morgan Ball goes to the inside. And he's your race leader. He overtakes Mr. Anchor. But more importantly, JC has lost 2 positions in the process. With JC battling like this, it's helping out Cookie a lot more climb his way through the field. Now, I'm just going to have a look to see what the tyre difference is between the softs and the mediums. It's 4 seconds. And what is the gap to leader? Let me have a look. Gap to leader, 15 seconds. And we have, I don't know, 13 laps. So it's possible for Cookie to catch up to these guys at the end of the race. So maybe the 2-stop could be the advantage here. And maybe the tyres are starting to degrade. But it's getting overcast at the moment. Will we see a threat of rain? Is that why some of the drivers are deciding to stay out? Could we see another twist open in this championship fight? Oh my god, this is getting even more crazier by the minute. Or will it stay overcast? We don't know. And all these drivers have got to do is make sure they keep these tyres up to temperature. If JC does not pit again, JC will be your driver's champion because he would outscore Cookie by 5 points. And also, there could be an effect of fastest lap. Fastest lap at the moment belongs to Cookie. So Cookie has that advantage. But will maybe Jay pit for the softs as late as he can? Jay Vahaha, for example. And maybe stop Cookie get the fastest lap. We don't know. This is absolutely amazing. As Jay gets past Sabrino. I think we're starting to see the hards being the best tyre at the moment out of the ones that stayed out. Gap now 13.1. Cookie setting the fastest lap of the race. He's going to try and get past Biter, which he does. One small step in the steps that he needs to make sure that he gets the championship to Endstone in the Alpine garage. And I believe it's also Alpine versus AlphaTauri in the Constructors as well. The gap separated by 6 points too, so that is still to be decided as well. 12.5 seconds. Cookie's got some clear air now. He's got no one in between himself and Sereno, who is 3.6 seconds behind the leader, Sergio. And penalties could decide everything. Now Morgan Ball still leads, Anchor second. I think the top three are just wanting for a late safety car, because otherwise they're going to be messed up here. Or maybe they think there's going to be rain coming. Obviously, I don't like when drivers tell me the weather. I always like to be surprised, because I always like twists, which change the championship quite a bit. So, MQ, could this be the time where MQ can get past JC and then hold him up? Or will JC have the pace of dreams? But the top four, pretty much the top 8 have similar pace. So does Cookie. Cookie's already on 8 seconds. Cookie is absolutely flying. We do not know this championship is going to go. The more that the guys in front stay out on those warm mediums, the more that they're going to start to degrade. Now, I'm going to get the tyres up. The medium tyres are only meant to last 19, 20 laps. They're almost at puncture territory. My, oh my. So Morgan and Mr. Anchor, they can stay out pretty much. But they might want to pit onto the softs as well. JC can't. He can't stay out, I don't think. But you make your bed and lie on it. He's got to try and defend the position to make sure he stops Cookie from becoming world champion. What's the gap to leader now? Give me a second. 10. I thought it was 8, but I was just saying gap to interval. My bad. So I will keep the gap to leader at the moment, but you can see the train starting to form as well. And you can see Cookie really closing in. A safety car would definitely bring people back into the mix again. But it may ruin some people's strategies. Mr. Anchor. 2 attempts now is the gap to separate in between these two. I don't believe Morgan Ball has won a race yet. Oh, Mark is trying to make sure he leaves space on MQ there. That was very, very close past the centre S's. And again, camera angle, not the best, but there we go. Peso just staying a little bit behind to make sure that the dirty air does not affect him too much. Don't forget, earlier we saw people go side by side through there. Only if it was for a little moment. A little moment is better than no moment, I have to say. What's the gap now between the leader? 9.1, so it is edging a little bit. 8.9 now. I think the soft tyres do start to degrade around this track about 11, 12 laps, so Cookie has got to get a move on, because otherwise his choice of going to the soft tyres may have been the wrong thing, but we'll see. Mr. Anchor gets past Morgan Ball just before turn 1 with the DRS into the lead, but Morgan, I think, would want the DRS there, so he is not really too bothered in any way, shape or form. So, Mr. Anchor maintains his lead then by 0.3 of a second. Will he be able to keep it there? He has no penalty so far. Honestly, I'm too scared just to keep an eye on the warnings at the moment, because some people could be in danger of getting a penalty. So, we'll see if anyone is close to getting the fastest lap from Cookie. Not at the moment. 7.9 seconds is the gap. Where is he at the moment on track? He's heading to past Jung Sao. He is on a charge at the moment. He still thinks that the championship should go to him. As Mark gets a 3-second time penalty, that could be huge in terms of the championship. But the gap is starting to get even more closer now. Sabrino has got a 6-second penalty. How many penalties have people got? Let me have a look. MQ and Mark having a battle as Mark has spun. Had a bit of a moment. He's got to be careful that there's no unsafe rejoin, as he is got Cookie behind him as well. Don't forget they had the same lap time in qualifying, so I think they would be even on pace. 9 seconds Sergio has. Jay has 3. Cookie could not get held up at this moment. Mark goes into the pit, so that means Cookie can concentrate on climbing up even further. 7.2 is the gap. Will it be enough? Fair play if those beams get to the end, but could be possible for JC, because all Mark's out of the race, he's retired in the pit lane, so I don't think there'll be any cause for concern or any safety car. So, I literally forgot what I was going to say there. As Biter's got a penalty. 7 seconds. 6.9 seconds. It's going to go down to the final lap, isn't it? Because it's going to be... It could go down to fastest lap as well, so we have to wait until the final person across the line, because the top 10 could all scoring points at the moment, because obviously everyone below them has retired. So that's even more pressure, obviously, people to stay in the race and not retire, because otherwise you will be definitely losing points. 6.6 seconds is the gap. Oh, I'm just clenching my fists at the moment. It will definitely go down to the final lap. It definitely will. But does Cookie have the pace for it? Or are the medium tyres dropping off? So as it stands, JC will score 15 points added to his championship total. Cookie, if he finishes 8th, actually he'll probably finish 7th due to Sabrino's penalty, he would get 25... 18, 15, 10, 8, 6, 4, I think. He will get 4 points. So, obviously, 15 minus 4 is 10, so the gap... No, 11, sorry. So, JC would do enough for the moment to secure the title. So, he's going to hope he doesn't have a puncher. He's going to have the drive of his life, but he knows he's got MQ and Pezzo chasing him up now. Gap now, 5.9. I don't think Cookie has enough in the tank, or maybe his mediums were dying. Maybe he was forced to go onto the soft tyres. But the advantage that other people don't have, but Cookie has, is obviously Cookie has clear air. Let us know your thoughts in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be Cookie, or is it going to be JC? JC could be in puncher territory within a couple of laps or so. And we do not want the championship to be decided on a puncher. So JC, he's got to make sure he holds on. I really hope, from everyone's sake, that he holds on, because it could go down to the wire there. So, the final race on PC, Tier 2 at least. So obviously we've got the finale of PC Tier 1 next week, because they were Jeddah this week. JC knows that he's got a bunch of cars chasing him at the moment. So let's watch for MQ. MQ's a little bit of further back. So Cookie is 4 points ahead of JC at the moment. In order for JC to win the title, JC will need to outscore Cookie by 5 points. At the moment, JC will outscore Cookie by... Hold on a minute. Quite a bit. Because it'll outscore by 11 points. So at the moment, JC will be champion. So Cookie will need to finish P5. P5 or higher. Because he's also got the fastest lap as well at the moment, I think. Let me have a look. Yeah. Oh, no, he does not. So, Cookie will need P4. Cookie will need P4. Cookie will need P4 then, because Christian Sendel has taken away the fastest lap from Cookie. Oh my god, this has turned on its head. Let's watch out for Cookie. Penalties could decide this. Oh my goodness. Pezzo could not afford to get a penalty. 2 more laps to go. And Neon, I trust you to do some maths in the background, because I do not want to call the wrong champion. I've done that before in another league. I do not want to do the same in this league. So, Cookie then, 4.9 seconds. So he will be, I think at least he'll be P7 at best. Obviously needs to gain a few more positions than that. Cookie's pushing. Cookie's pushing. He knows the championship is at stake. MQ can't get past Jay. And MQ is on the hards. This is helping JC to no end. But what is MQ doing is he's trying to hold everyone else up so Cookie can try and get past. This could be the team game that we are looking for. Sabrina's got another penalty. And look at this. Cookie is catching up to the train. Oh my god, this is going to go down to the final lap. If this goes down to the final lap and MQ plays the team game, I have to say that'll be a very good strategy, just like Red Bull did in real life. Heading towards the center S's. Hopefully MQ could see where Cookie is. Will MQ go for the lunge? Morgan Baldo and Anchor are trying to go for the win of this race. JC is on 76% where he is on the cusp of puncher territory. History will never repeat itself. This is shaping up to be a WOR classic. Side by side then. These two don't care. They're having the fight of their lives, and that could decide the winner of this race. 4.3. I don't think Cookie has done enough, because don't forget Jay's in front of him. Jay Vahaha, who's JC's teammate. So I think, as it stands, JC will be champion, but we'll see as people cross the line. So Morgan Bull will cross the line and take the final win of the season. Mr. Anchor will come across the line P2. JC will be in P3, MQ 4th, Pezzo 5th, Cookie in 6th. So, I'm just doing the maths. Just give me a moment. Let me get the standings up. So, JC will score 15 points. Cookie would score, I think, is it 6? Wait, so 25, 18, 15, 10, 8, 6. So, your new champion is JC. And what a drive he has done to get that championship. He has driven absolutely incredible. He had 86% tyre wear, and he still managed to win the title. So, I think this is what it is. So 15 minus 6. I'm going to ask my Alexa. It is a 9-point swing in JC's favour. So JC is your PC Season 11 Tier 2 champion. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'd like to get some words from our champion-elect in a second, but let's go through your results. Sorry it took a while to go through the math there, but I want to make sure I did the right maths. So, Morgan Ball wins for Mr. Anchor, JC, Mku, Paso, Cookie, Jay, Christian Sendel, Sabrina, and Bright Biter. They're your point finishers. And your times are Mark Parondi, Josh, Neon, and Eduardo Gill. Ah, my oh my, what a race! What a race! JC has done it! Oh, it was 8 points. Oh, so I did do maths right. Wrong. Okay. Okay, so hopefully we're gonna get. I'm gonna see if I can get our champion-elect in to the interview room. So let me just log on to our Discord server. I think there is. So we're gonna see if JC can come in. But what a season! What a season! It has been incredible from start to finish. And we would have never predicted JC, who only won one race, the opening race of the season, who hasn't won since. Primos Cookie has won more races than him. It's just crazy. A massive shout out to Mr. Anchor as well for his best result of the season, P2. Almost got the race win, but the top two was overshadowed obviously by championship winner. Oh. And we're going to try and... I think we have got the champion-elect in our interview room. So, I am going to get the interview thing sorted. There we go. So, I haven't done this in a while. Let's see if I can drag him to... I haven't done an interview in a while, so bear with. Bear with. I think this works now. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, your new PC Tier 2 champion is JJ. First of all, sum up. How do you feel?
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, I can't believe it. That is so exciting last race. Oh. I'm really happy with the result in the end.
Yeah, because you had a 4-point deficit going into tonight's race. Did you really think that it was going to go, the championship was going to go your way tonight?
No, I thought since Cookie has a very good run in the last races and gained a lot of points. A few races ago, I had more points lead, and I think it's very tricky tonight. And yeah.
Yeah, obviously the safety car, the early safety car may have changed things a little bit, but once you saw Cookie go and pit for the soft tyres, do you think you made the wrong decision, or were you happy that you stuck on the medium tyres for the rest of the way? Because I don't know how you managed it.
Yeah, the first safety car. My first intention was to go to the hards, but then I saw that Cookie was going to mediums, and then I decided also go to mediums, what I think was the wrong decision, but the tires lasted to the end, and yeah, 80% in the last one.
That is not too bad. I thought it'd be 86 or something, because that's what Sabrina had at the end of the race, 86%. So you weren't the worst there, but it just goes to show that if you keep it off the curbs like you did, then you would get a good result there as well. I don't know what it does with the constructors. I can't do maths. I have to do maths at the end of the stream there as well. Yeah. But surely you got to thank your teammate for helping you win that title, because he was managing to hold up quite a bit of the field, including your championship rival.
Yes, of course. Very good team play, and I complete race. I was hoping so much that my tires last to the end, and they lasted, and I'm very happy with the result, and hopefully also the team. Yeah.
Yes. Oh. What would you say was your, obviously apart from tonight, because you obviously won the title, what was your favourite race? Obviously, Bahrain has got to be one of them, right? But were there any others apart from that?
Oh, good question. Yes, but Bahrain, of course, the season opener, the win, and it was a lot of chaotic races in this season, and I think today's race in Brazil was one of the best races, and that I stayed third with this tires. I'm very happy.
Yeah, to be honest, I've enjoyed that race. That was one of the races of the season, I have to say. You and Cookie just kept me on tenterhooks for the whole race when we weren't sure which way it was going to go at the moment. So next season, I'm almost certain that you're probably going to do next season, am I right?
I think so, but I'm not exactly make the decision in what leagues I want to drive next season, but I will looking.
But what will be your goal? What will be your goal if you end up racing next season? If you were to end up in Tier 1, what will be your goal there?
Yeah, maybe I get the chance to drive in Tier 1. I think when this happens that I will drive next season, but I don't know. The game makes me not so much fun. It's I'm not training so much for this league racing in general. But F1 2020 makes me a lot more fun. Sorry for my English.
I completely understand.
No.
I know a few people weren't liking the F1 game, the F1 2021 game, but hey ho, it happens. It happens. So I'm gonna let you celebrate your big championship win as well, and a big congratulations. A tweet will be on its way to you as well, congratulating you. So congratulations, Jay, the WOR PC Tier 2 champion. Woo!
Thank you very much.
Right, so that is the end of PC Tier 2 for this season. We hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did, and my oh my, the race delivered tonight. It was absolutely crazy. I kind of wish I had someone in the box with me because my voice is almost dead, but I'm going to have a drink after that. Thank you. I'm going to say a quick thank yous. Thank you to everybody that's watched the stream from start to finish, pretty much since the start of the season. I know we had a few roller coasters in the middle of the season, but we got through it. Also, thank you to our tier coordinator, obviously Jay Vahar, who's done an incredible job, and obviously Neon for hosting as well. And also thank you to our main general coordinator, Black Panther, for sorting out the grids every week. Without you, that it wouldn't be a PC to do. And obviously Luke for the socials and promoting our streams as well. Thank you so much. And also the likes of Bradley and Chris for doing all the graphics for the stream. Much appreciated for both of them. So we're going to wrap up the stream. But the WOR action is not over. PC Tier 1 have got their championship finale next week in Brazil. Their championship has been decided, however, but I know Brazil produces great races if they have a championship decided or not. So make sure you tune in next week at 7 p.m. Whereas all of us in Tier 2 will have a nice break watching Tier 1. So I've been Jess Games 95. It's been incredible to commentate. Thank you to Luke for giving me the chance to commentate this season. It's been incredible. Who knows? I may be back next season. I may not be. But most likely I will after a great championship finale that this has brought as well. Hopefully I will get someone in the box with me because it's hard to be alone. I can tell you that. But anyway, have a good evening, everybody. And we will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.
Antoine is going to be crowned your WOR Season 10 champion.
And history's been made. Ballina, the first WOR PS4 champion.
Right, you can talk.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, very nice commentator for this.
What a championship! What a season! Absolutely phenomenal.